The evolution of Hulk. What happens when anger becomes power? For Hulk, it meant endless evolution. Different bodies, different minds, different limits. Each era rebuilt him stronger, smarter, or more dangerous. Some Hulks smashed without thinking. Others thought too much. And one of them changed everything. The first live-action Hulk, 1978 to 1982. The Hulk's live-action evolution didn't begin with CGI or emotion capture. It began with raw muscle, green paint, and pure emotion. In 1978, audiences were introduced to the first live-action Hulk in the Incredible Hulk TV series. Bruce Banner, called David Banner in this version, was played by Billy Bixby, while the Hulk himself was portrayed by bodybuilder Lou Ferrigno. This version relied entirely on practical effects. Ferrigno's transformation required hours of makeup, heavy green paint, hard contact lenses, and a thick wig. But despite the simplicity, the result was unforgettable. This Hulk wasn't designed to destroy cities. He was built to represent tragedy. The show focused on Banner's constant struggle to live a peaceful life while being hunted by his own anger. Each transformation felt painful and uncontrollable, turning Hulk into less of a superhero and more of a curse. His strength was impressive for the time. He could bend steel, flip cars, and overpower groups of men. But his power had limits, keeping him grounded and believable. What made this Hulk stand out wasn't scale, but emotion. He wasn't a weapon. He was suffering given physical form. Viewers didn't just fear him, they felt sorry for him. That emotional weight helped the series run for 5 successful seasons, followed by several TV movies. Even though it didn't strictly follow the comics, it proved something crucial. Hulk didn't need massive destruction to work. He needed anger, loss, and a reason to transform. But this restrained human Hulk was only the beginning. Once technology advanced, the character was about to change forever, growing larger, stronger, and far more terrifying than ever before. The first CGI Hulk, 2003. In 2003, Hulk finally made his full leap to the big screen, and this time technology changed everything. Directed by Ang Lee and played by Eric Bana, this version focused deeply on Hulk's origin and psychology. Bruce Banner was reimagined as a quiet, emotionally repressed scientist whose past trauma became the fuel for his transformation. When exposed to gamma radiation, anger no longer just triggered Hulk, it built him. This was the first Hulk created using full CGI, and it allowed filmmakers to explore his true comic book potential. Unlike the TV version, this Hulk grew larger and stronger the angrier he became. His size increased in real time, eventually reaching nearly 15 feet tall, making him the largest live-action Hulk ever shown. He moved faster, jumped farther, and hit harder than anything audiences had seen before. This Hulk felt less human and more like a force of nature. He crushed tanks, leaped across deserts, and fought the US military head-on. The film leaned into the idea that Hulk wasn't just a monster, but bottled rage finally unleashed. His battles weren't clean or controlled. They were wild, destructive, and overwhelming. However, this version divided audiences. While many praised the scale, power, and emotional depth, others criticized the bright green skin and slower pacing. Still, this Hulk accomplished something vital. He proved that Hulk could fully exist in a digital world, and that his power had no real ceiling. For the first time, Hulk wasn't limited by makeup or realism. He was limited only by anger. And that idea would shape every Hulk that came next. The Most Savage Hulk, 2008. In 2008, Hulk entered the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and this version was different. Played by Edward Norton, this Hulk was leaner, faster, and far more aggressive. The story focused less on origin and more on control. Bruce Banner was no longer asking what Hulk was, he was asking how to survive him. This Hulk stood around 9 feet tall, smaller than the 2003 version, but far more dangerous in combat. He moved like a predator. His strikes were sharp, violent, and intentional. Instead of just smashing, he fought. He used cars as gloves, metal as shields, and the environment as weapons. This was the first Hulk who showed real battle intelligence. Visually, the CGI took a massive step forward. Muscles flexed naturally. Facial expressions carried rage, pain, and confusion. When Hulk roared, it wasn't just noise, it felt like a warning. This version of Hulk didn't just destroy cities, he terrified everyone around him. The peak of this evolution came during the fight with Abomination. Hulk adapted mid-battle, learned from his enemy, and finished the fight with brutal precision. This wasn't blind rage. This was controlled fury pushed to its limit. Many fans consider this the most frightening Hulk ever put on screen. He wasn't playful. He wasn't heroic. He was pure anger barely contained inside a body that could barely hold it. But Marvel had bigger plans. The Avengers Hulk, 2012 to 2015. In 2012, Hulk changed again. This time not just in design, but in identity. Mark Ruffalo took over the role of Bruce Banner, and with him came a Hulk that felt more balanced, more realistic, and more connected to the Marvel Universe. This version wasn't just a monster hiding in the shadows, he was now part of a team. Visually, this Hulk looked heavier and more powerful. His body was bulkier, his stance more slouched, and his presence more intimidating. Advanced motion capture technology made his movements smoother, and his expressions more lifelike. Standing around 8 feet tall, he wasn't the biggest Hulk ever, but he felt the most solid and believable. In the Avengers, Banner revealed a major shift in his evolution. He could control his transformation. Instead of losing himself completely, he learned to trigger Hulk on purpose. When the battle against Loki began, Hulk wasn't just unleashed, he was deployed. This Hulk smashed alien armies, destroyed massive machines, and delivered iconic moments that defined the character for a new generation. But beneath the spectacle, something deeper was happening. Hulk was no longer just rage. He was becoming a weapon guided by reason. Yet every transformation still carried chaos. His power was enormous, but never fully predictable. In Age of Ultron, this evolution continued. Hulk became even more visually refined, with improved facial animation and muscular detail. He also gained a more recognizable look, including his signature purple pants, symbolizing the classic comic version. His fight against the Hulkbuster armor revealed his true scale, strong enough to challenge advanced technology built specifically to stop him. By this stage, Hulk was no longer just Banner's curse. He was Earth's ultimate force. But the more Hulk grew, the more one question remained unanswered. What happens when rage stops obeying reason? And the answer was waiting, in outer space. Gladiator Hulk, Thor Ragnarok. In Thor Ragnarok, Hulk reached a stage no one expected. He didn't just grow stronger, he stayed Hulk. After leaving Earth, the Green Giant landed on the planet Sakar, where constant battle allowed him to remain in his transformed state for years. For the first time, Hulk wasn't something Bruce Banner turned into. He was who Bruce Banner became. This Hulk looked different right away. He stood more upright, his posture confident instead of slouched. His body was broader, his face more expressive, and his eyes showed awareness. He even spoke in full sentences. This wasn't a mindless monster anymore. This was a warrior with personality. As the champion of Sakar, Hulk fought as a gladiator. He wore armor, used massive weapons, and fought with strategy. His battle against Thor showed a Hulk who could adapt, counter, and overpower others. He wasn't just swinging wildly, he was thinking while fighting. Emotionally, this Hulk was like a child learning language and identity. He feared losing control, feared turning back into Banner, and wanted recognition as his own being. For the first time, Hulk wasn't treated as a problem to fix. He was a character with wants, pride, and fear. This era marked a massive shift. Hulk was no longer just rage, but he was becoming someone. But that growth came with a hidden cost, because when the strongest being learns fear, the fall hits harder. The Broken Hulk, Infinity War. Infinity War opens with a moment that redefines Hulk forever. Hulk rushes into battle against Thanos with full confidence, expecting another unstoppable smash. Instead, Thanos defeats him in seconds using pure strength, speed, and combat skill. No weapons, no tricks, just control. For the first time, Hulk is not just beaten. He is dominated. That defeat leaves a deep scar. When Bruce Banner later tries to transform, Hulk refuses to come out. This isn't weakness, it's fear. Hulk has always been anger without limits, but now he understands something new. There are beings stronger than him. That realization shatters his identity. Hulk is no longer the strongest, and without that title, he doesn't know who he is. Throughout the film, Banner struggles without his other half. Forced to rely on the Hulkbuster armor, he fights without the raw power the world depends on. Hulk's absence is felt in every battle. The monster who once smashed armies now hides in silence, unwilling to be used again. This stage isn't about physical evolution, and it's about emotional collapse. Hulk isn't gone, he's wounded. And that wound will push Banner toward the most drastic transformation Hulk has ever faced. Smart Hulk, Endgame. After years of conflict between brains and brawn, Hulk finally evolves into something new. Smart Hulk. Banner and his inner beast merge, creating a version of Hulk with the raw power everyone fears but now guided by Banner's intellect. No longer is Hulk just a force of rage, he is calculated, strategic, and fully aware of his actions. This evolution transforms him from a destructive tool into a hero capable of planning, problem solving, and even cracking jokes mid-fight. Physically, Smart Hulk keeps the iconic green form, but his posture is upright, and his facial expressions reflect thought and personality rather than pure anger. For the first time, Hulk can speak clearly and reason with others, a testament to Banner's years of struggle to coexist with his monstrous half. This new Hulk isn't just strong, he's versatile. He can lift heavy objects, punch with world-ending force, and withstand attacks like never before, all while thinking 5 steps ahead. Smart Hulk shines during the final battle against Thanos and his army. He wields both strength and strategy, helping the Avengers coordinate and fight as a team. Beyond combat, his evolution symbolizes something deeper: control, maturity, and the balance between rage and reason. Hulk is no longer just a monster, he is a hero who has embraced his full identity. She-Hulk and beyond. After mastering his own powers, Hulk's story continues in surprising ways. In the series She-Hulk, attorney-at-law Bruce Banner shows a new level of control over his transformations. Using a Hulk inhibitor device, he can remain in human form at will, a huge shift from the uncontrollable rage of his early days. This technology also allows him to guide and train others, most notably Jennifer Walters, his cousin, who gains her own Hulk powers after an accident. With Banner's guidance, She-Hulk learns to channel her strength safely, marking the next chapter in the evolution of the Hulk legacy. Meanwhile, Hulk leaves Earth to explore life on Sakar and beyond. By this point, he has become a hero recognized not just for his strength, but also for his intellect, charisma, and humor. No longer a mindless force of destruction, he can fight strategically, communicate effectively, and even express emotion. Hulk has grown from a misunderstood monster into a multifaceted superhero, showing fans that evolution is not just about size or power, but control, teamwork, and wisdom. And while he may be calmer now, the world, and the multiverse, still hasn't seen the full limit of his fury. Even after decades of smashing, fighting, and evolving, Hulk's journey isn't over. From a green-skinned rage monster to a strategic, funny, and intelligent hero, each version of him has rewritten what it means to be powerful. But somewhere deep inside, the fury remains, untamed, unpredictable, and ready to surface when the world needs it most. And the question lingers: when anger meets opportunity, just how far can the Hulk go next?